Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins. And last time stuff happened, I don't really. Why don't I remember what happened? Whatever. Anyway, I thought back on what Hijikata had said. It was true Sanan had been acting strange, and the Fury Core had been getting more and more violent. There was a lot on my mind, but what worried me the most was. What worries me the most? The notice board? The Furies? Sen. Not necessarily the notice board. I'm not really worried about that. Maybe I should be. The Furies are troubling, but I'm thinking Sen would trouble us because what does she know? Oh, Hyukamura, and she seems strange about her name. I'm going to go with this because I feel like she knows something. I was thinking about the woman who I'd met. Well, in the city of Kyoto, a chance encounter brought me to meet this young woman, Sen. Sen was full of energy and always showed me great kindness. She took one look at me and saw through my disguise, but even still, she didn't try to pry too much into my affairs or ask about the Shinsengumi. Perhaps she was just being considerate. Since I'd been living at the compounds for so long, it felt like ages since I made a female acquaintance. Now that I think of it, I guess I could say that I know, Nagumo now as well. Who's Nagumo? Is that other girl? Oh, the other girl. People had told me that I looked like Nagumo, but if I were to dress like a woman again, I had no confidence that I'd look anywhere near as gorgeous as she does. All of the girls I've met all look like they're about the same age as me, but they're all dressed as real girls. Couldn't help but feel a little envious about how beautiful they were. I wondered if the day would ever come where I could be the girl I used to be. A few days later, I had been accompanying Nagakura on his rounds to search for my father. However, on this day, I couldn't help myself from looking at all the other girls my age. I mean, although my outer appearance wasn't the best tip-off, I was still a girl, so all the lovely kimonos and accessories I saw caught my eyes. I think living exclusively with men for a prolonged period starved me of conversation with real women. Technically, since I'd arrived in Kyoto, the only girlfriends I'd made were Nagumo or Sen. Hello? Are you listening? Nagakura, sorry, was it? Well, it's not a big deal. There's been a real funky vibe going on lately. Probably because of Ito and Miki, I think. Every day they run their little mouths. Don't they just piss you off? I suppose. Nagakura seemed to be in the middle of a venting session, so I kind of tuned out, but I felt bad that I didn't hear what he said at first, so I focused now on what he was saying. I wonder why Kondo decided to let them join. It makes sense wanting to get more members and all. But things ain't the way they used to be, you know? I feel like he's kind of rushing it with these guys. Before, the Shinsengumi were a bunch of guys who really supported the shogunate. But then you got Ito acting like a big shot and all, even though he's an imperialist. Kind of rambling, but I guess all I'm getting at is, I want Kondo to show more respect, you know? Nagakura sighed. He seemed to be wanting to hear my take on it. I kind of understand what you mean, but I feel like it's a tough situation. I think if we agree with him, that gives us love points with him. But my personal thought is, it's a tough situation. But I understand what he means. Fuck, this is what's hard about being me, right? Because I see both sides. Like, it's a tough situation. Like, he's in a tough place. He wants to grow the numbers to be able to do his duty, right? So he's got to take where he can get it. But I absolutely understand your concern because Ito's kind of a douche. Okay? Like, I get it. God. You know what? My instant thought is, like, I feel like it's a tough place for him to be. Like, I know that I think I understand what you mean would give us love points with him, but I'm not going for that, so. I understand where Nagakura was coming from. When big changes are occurring, you just can't help but feel left behind. That sounds like a tough situation. Nagakura gave a big nod of agreement. Well, it's tough. Oh, well, it's tough. And I guess I have to hang on. At least I got Sano and Heisuke with me. Sorry for dumping all this on you. Oh no, please don't apologize. I was feeling a similar way, to be honest. Nagakura timidly asked, Wait, do you also have a problem with Ito? No! Oh yeah, huh? Well, whenever you gotta get stuff off your chest. I'm your guy. Sounds good. Oh, and could you keep what I said about Ito between you and me? Of course. This conversation is between us. Sweet. Feel a lot better after talking to you. True, my own worries weren't totally assuaged, but Nagakura had snapped back into his normal stride and bright attitude. I hadn't seen him act this way around anyone. I hadn't seen him seen him act this way around anyone other than Harada and Heisuke. Thinking about it made me really happy. It made me feel like I was part of them. I blushed from the thought. All right, time to kick in a high gear for this round. Me too. I'll work hard to find some clues. Let's go, Scooby Gang. Nagakura's energy was so contagious that I too felt motivated to answer just as energetically. Although I figured it'd be a while until I could sit and talk to a girl my age, I still had a lot of people in whom I could confide, people who cared about my well-being. I ran after Nagakura's back as he upped his brisk pace. He's not a bad guy. He's not. I mean, he's not one of my favorites. He's not one of my top. And I lie though. There was, okay, yes, in the beginning, why? Miki's hot, but he's kind of a douchebag, so you know what, I'm kind of okay we can't romance him. But why are they gonna make all these hot side characters assholes? The fuck? The fuck? Well, that just tells you, all the hot ones are douches. As we continued our rounds through the city, something happened elsewhere at the same time. The Shinsengumi had received official orders from the shogunate to guard the notice board that was vandalized by the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge. Harada, who was guarding the notice board on the night of, had arrested the culprits. However, there supposedly was a woman who'd caused trouble for him. According to Harada, the person looked just like me, but thanks to the numerous men who'd vouched for me, corroborating the story that I'd been elsewhere, no one actually suspected me, but still, the thought of someone else out there who shared my appearance left me disturbed. Really? We already know of one woman who looks like me. Oh my god, we're a homunculi. There's more than one of me. My dad's he's got lots of multiple families. Hello, we already know one girl who looks like us, right? Oh my god, and now it's okay, now it's a couple months later, but it's holy shit, the years. December 1866. Okay, see, this. That's at January of 1867. So this is a little off. Anyway. I was sweeping a section of the compounds despite being nearly frozen to the bone. Well, that should do it. I wanted to help out as much as I could, but since they still refused to let me out without an escort, there wasn't a great deal I could do. Still, I helped clean our home, and that felt good. Hopefully they'd like it too. Cleaning, I see. Certainly hard at work. Oh, hello, Kondo. It's really gotten cold lately, hasn't it? I mean, she just said what I'm thinking. I'm freezing right now. I was sweating balls before. Earlier today, I was like, I'm so hot. I turned my air conditioner down, and just now, all of a sudden, I started recording this part, and I'm like, oh my god, I am so fucking cold. I'm I gotta sit here for an hour freezing my nutsack off. I'm joking. Yes, it has indeed. I've been in Kyoto a while now, but I still can't get used to the weather. He rubbed his hands together and blew on them, in a mostly vain attempt to warm them up. I picked up a bunch of... that was me. I was like, why is he picking up dead leaves? I picked up a bunch of dead leaves, so I was thinking about roasting potatoes later. Would you like some? They'll warm you up. Kondo gave me a little wry smile. Roasted potatoes, huh? I used to enjoy that a long time ago. Oh. I flushed with embarrassment. Kondo was a busy man, as management of the Shinsengumi was not easy. A man like that didn't have time for roasting potatoes. You've been really busy lately. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Oh, right. Well, if I'm busy, then that means the Shinsengumi is needed. It's an honor. True. I mean, seriously, no offense to him, he's a nice guy and all, but you could have gotten the tuberculosis, because I don't want Soji to die. He's still gonna die, and it's gonna be sad. He's gonna die, guys. He kind of disappears, though, if you think about it. I don't understand how we're supposed to get love points with him. He is never fucking around. Jesus. In the last several weeks, Kondo and Hijikata had left the temple often to go meet with important shogunate officials. They scarcely had time to breathe, let alone relax. At that moment, almost as if my thoughts had summoned him, Hijikata appeared. There you are, Kondo. Oh, Toshi. Where were you? I was looking for you. They've chosen the next shogun. It's going to be Lord, Yoshinobu Hitotsubashi. Isn't he the guy? Weren't they already saying he was like the next one? I thought we already knew that based on the other scene where they were talking and we were like, I'm gonna leave because we're talking about political shit. And I was like, thank God. Anyway, him, huh? Well, no one else could probably do it, so we should just buckle down and accept the position instead of making a fuss about it. Toshi, that is not the way we should look at and speak of someone who's becoming the new shogun. They say the man's so wise that he's said to be an, incarnate of Lord Ieyasu. Ieyasu? Whatever. Ieyasu. We're going with Ieyasu, because that's just easier for me to say. Forget it. Doesn't really matter who the shogun is to us anyway. We're just here to fight for him. That's right. If we do our best, that means the shogun and the shogunate are safe and secure. I still don't even know what these things are. They're saying words, and I'm reading them, and it's like Japanese. I mean, literally, you know what I mean? Like, I did that on purpose, I know. But, like, it's like, oh, like they're speaking Japanese. I don't know what they're saying. Only 20 days after Lord Yoshinobu had been officially inaugurated as the new shogun, the emperor suddenly passed away. Jesus. It was especially hard on the emperor's younger sister, Kazunomiya. It just takes me a while because all the names are long. Kazunomiya, the emperor's little sister who married into the Iemochi Tokugawa household. Iemochi. Who had been married to Lord Iemochi and was intended to be a symbol of imperial unification. But everyone on both sides, was shocked by his death. Imperial unification, a political movement that sought to unify the upper Akalians. Akalians? Yeah, that's right. I know. Of the shogunal and imperial classes. Iemochi Tokugawa married the sister of the emperor in support of this movement. Oh my god. Guys, the words hurt. He was succeeded by the imperial prince, a young boy of only 15 years. In the turmoil, the activities of the Choshu domain went uninvestigated. The entire country of Japan found itself thrust into rapid motion. I mean, that's what happens when you have, like, emperors and kings and shit like that, where you're like, what do we do when they die? Ah! It's like, we're like, we swap that shit every few years. Look, 4 years is too fucking much. Swap that shit. They change presidents like people change underwear. Okay, well, you should change your underwear way more frequently, but, you know, because it's like, you're like, what would you do? Like, you're like, I became king when I was 12, and now I'm like 180, and you're like, Jesus Christ. People will be like, I don't know what to do. My whole life has been spent under this one king. Great. Some weird shit. I mean, I know there's advisors and parliaments and blah, governmental things, but it's still weird, right? You know? Like, what's the UK gonna do? The Queen goes, it's like, I mean, I know she's just like a mascot, kind of, but it's like, still, she's been around for like 400 years. Like, forever. I'm pretty sure the Revolutionary War, she was still there. Obviously, no, she wasn't black. But you know what I mean? Like, she's been kicking for a long time. It's gonna be kind of fucking weird. When she goes, it's gonna be like, wait, what? Most people, their entire life has been spent with the same queen. Like, we're like, again, over from America, we're like, I don't understand that shit. Like, what? Wait, what? That's crazy. We don't even like having the same guy in for like 4 years. If we're lucky, they might be okay and we give him for 8, but that's it. So stop it at that. They're 2 terms and that's it, motherfuckers. They're usually stuffy white men, though. Like, old, crotchety white men. So it's like, it doesn't really matter which old, douchey white dude is in office, because they're just old, douchey white dudes, and they're just pretty much the same. Like, same for all the rest of the, whatever. Blah, blah. So, I mean, I can understand this, where they're like, oh my god, the Emperor died! He was probably like 300 years old. You know. Obviously, he wasn't a Fury, because he didn't take that stuff, because he'd be alive forever. But I'm just saying, he was probably fucking old. It wasn't like, oh my god, he was only 20! He was probably like fucking 80 or something. They've been like, he's been around my whole life. I don't know what to do. Right? Man, it was like, it's crazy shit. Anyway. End of December 1867. The year had flashed before our eyes. You mean like 2? And before we knew it, it drew to a close. It put us in high spirits, having experienced a year without any major battles or incidents. I mean, literally. We just got into this year. As everyone began gathering to celebrate the new year, we discussed our hopes for what was to come and looked to welcome the season with open arms. Then, one snowy day in the middle of winter... Is it Christmas? I know they don't celebrate Christmas. Is it Budapest? It's just funny because you're like, Christmas isn't like a world holiday? Why don't... But Christmas is awesome. I mean, like, unless you bring some religion into it, then it's like, okay, that's just weird. I mean, I know it says Christ Mass, but still. They like a tree, and like Santa Claus, and like reindeer. I like the commercialized holidays. They're more fun, okay? It's cold. Oh, this is our new room. Oh, we don't have a humidifier in this room. Wow, or an air purifier. Well, no wonder why everyone's sick. We don't have air purifiers. I felt its icy fingers trying to work their way under my blanket the moment I woke up. My breath puffed out in white clouds, and the lights streaming in my window had an odd, bright quality. So, all I'm going to say is, we're going to be like, oh my god, I'm so cold, and it sucks. And then in the summer, we're like, oh my god, I'm so hot! And it's like, I know, right? Central air conditioning, central heating. It's fucking amazing shit. Thank God for modern times. Is it possible? Snow? Ah! We'll go play in the snow! I want to have a snowball fight. Oh, wow! I looked outside and gasped. A few flakes were still drifting down, but it clearly snowed much harder overnight. The entire compound was white. I thought it seemed colder than usual. Now I knew why. So exciting! Huh? Amidst all the white, there was a column of black. Person. Was it? Saito! Yes! I want to have a snowball. I was like, I want to have a snowball fight with him so bad. Oh my god, I'm so glad it's him. I hurried down the steps and turned slowly. He turned slowly and looked at me. Is it because we've got lots of love points with him? Would it be a different person or would it always be him? You know what I'm saying? Like, we seem to have a lot more run-ins with him. So I don't know if it's just like, it makes it easier to get on his path. Or, you know what? I don't know. I did notice when I was originally looking to decide, like, if there's a path that you should do first or anything like that, quite a few people, I think, ooh, crap, went down his path first. I think it was just because it was almost easier to get down his. Maybe that's because you have more opportunities to, like, be in love with him. I don't know. Sorry, I was, like, leaning and, like, I pulled my thing. Pulled my controller and I, like, literally pulled, because I'm sitting, there's a little bit of slack in my thing, but if I move my controller too much, like, it makes my PSTV, like, slide off my thing and just, like, hang precariously. And it totally just flew off and smacked into something. It's okay, we're good. But I don't know. So I don't know if it's just easier to get on his path or because he seems to always be around. I'm just saying. Oh, good morning. You've awoken early. So have you. What are you doing out here by yourself? Want to have a snowball fight? Do you want to build a snowman? Ride our bikes around the hall. I was at the dojo for my morning workout. On my way back, I noticed the snow and stopped. He fell silent again and looked up at the sky, his face full of muted emotions I couldn't decipher. If you just finished training, are you, sweaty? I feel like you should dry off or you're gonna get sick. Shouldn't you be inside near the fire? They said that cold is the source of many illnesses. He continued to stare at the falling snow and gave no indication that he meant to move. I'd be like, no, I want to have a snowball fight. Do you want to build a snowman? Or throw some balls made out of snow? We can jump into a pile and make snow angels and get really cold, and I didn't think through this at all. I'm sorry. I glanced down at his hands. The cold had already turned his fingertips red, but he either hadn't noticed or didn't care. Do you like the snow? Look at his face. He didn't speak, but from the look on his face, I could tell what his answer would be. Snow is very powerful. He looked up at the sky again, a faint smile pulling at his eyes. Oh my god, he's so cute. I just want to throw snowballs at his face so hard. Powerful. It covers everything, beautiful or ugly. It makes it the same. I almost feel as though I could let it cover me and become more pure. He looked and sounded as somber and serious as he always did, but, oh, is he gonna have, like, some issues? Like, gonna fall in love with him? He's like, I can't! I'm not good enough for you! You know what? Shut the fuck up and let me decide for myself, bitch. There was a small, satisfied smile on his face that I'd never seen before. Eventually, he turned to look at me. Shouldn't you leave? You weren't dressed for the cold. No, I think I'll stay here and look at the snow with you a little bit longer. He looked at me for a moment with an expression I couldn't read. Love points. You are strange. Love points? He turned back around as the snow fell silently around us. Love points. He blinked and looked at me. I need love points with you. I like the snow. I'm out here in the snow with you. Love points. Is something wrong? Do you wish to speak? Do you want to play? I want to ask that so bad. Should I get you a jacket? I don't know which is better. Guys, one of these... I need a guide. One of these is going to give us love points. And one of them's going to be bad. All right? And I really want the love points. I really need the fucking love points, okay? We need these fucking love points so we can get, like, a great ending, right? But I'm so torn because I feel like him, we'd be like, oh, should I get you a jacket? But I want to be like, do you want to, play? Like, hi, did I not just ask him if he wants to build a fucking snowman? I want to fucking ask this so fucking bad. And it's so hard because I feel like it's giving you this, like, do you want to play in the snow? And he's going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And walk away. And then you're like, but if you're like, should I get you a jacket? He's like, oh my God, that's so nice. You're thinking of me. And then that would give him point. But fuck it. We're going with this. I'm going to ask him if he wants to play in the snow because I want to play in the snow with him so bad, guys. It's probably going to be wrong. I was just thinking that maybe you'd like to, play in the snow instead of just watching it. Play? What do you suggest? Anything? Well, we can make a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Or a fort or something else? I guess a snowball fight wouldn't be very fun with just two people. His eyes widened. Oh, guys, I am so fucking excited. I am so happy that was the right choice. Oh, my God. Oh, you're my soulmate, Hajime. You're my fucking soulmate. Because I was like, as soon as we saw the snow, I was like, I want to play with him in the snow. And she goes, there's a black figure, and it's, yes, it's him. We're going to play in the snow. And I mean, hello, you know, because I literally asked him if he wanted to build a snowman. And then she literally asked, like, you want to, like, I don't know, do you want to build a snowman? Or build a fort or play with some snowballs? We could make some snow angels. Or snow Buddhas. Maybe they don't make snow angels in Japan. I don't know. Snowman and a snow fort. That sounds like it's something a child might say. Or a really adorable girl who's a little bit goofy and weird. You love me. Really? Am I that childish? I did not intend to be rude. Pay it no mind. He turned around again slightly more quickly, I thought, and looked at the snow. He's like, but he loved that. He was like, that's so fucking cute. He's like, oh my God, I love you so hard right now. Wait, guys. How many points did that get us? Oops, I always hit the wrong button. I don't know if we got more from him beforehand, or if we literally just got 20% more. Yes! Spacey is fucking awesome. I don't know. Maybe certain choices, if we said, should I get you a jacket, would have given us love points, and it would have given us less. And being like, do you want to build a snowman? Everybody, see, that wins everybody, doesn't it? Everybody else right now, every single one of you is like, you know what? I was originally thinking you were crazy about going out in the snow. Yes, I want to build a snow. Yes, I fucking want to build a snowman. Of course I want to build a snowman. Like, you can't not ask that question and sing that fucking song now, right? You're welcome? Or I'm sorry. You're welcome. You know it's you're welcome. In any event, I doubt there's enough here to construct a snowman. It will likely have melted by afternoon. Oh, yeah. We're at 50%. The blossoms! Oh, I felt a little smaller. He seemed to like the snow so much, but I felt like there had to be something I could do to make him happy. Oh, you made me happy. Of course. Oh, do you want to make a snow bunny? What is a snow bunny? You and me curl up in a ball under the blankets and get warm together naked. Like a bunny rabbit. And just hibernate like bunnies. And like hump like bunnies. Snow bunnies. That's how you do it. That's not what you meant? Oh, never mind. I mean, it'll be like a snowman, but instead of a person. Okay, can I just ask you something? In the 1800s, were people building snowmen? Was that a thing? Like, has that been a thing that culturally people have been doing for like fucking forever? Like, as soon as human beings saw snow, at some point when we started getting intelligence and we were like, grog, hunt, you know, and we were like, we're starting to get smarter. We gotta entertain ourselves. And we were like, what's this white sticky shit? You know what? I'm gonna round ball, another round ball, and this, and I made a man out of snow. And people are like, but it's 3 balls on top of each other. Like, it's a snowman. Shut up. His name's Frosty. Like, did people start doing that? Is that like a thing? Kind of like sand sculptures now. You like go to like beaches and everyone's like, I made this mermaid out of sand. And like people like sculpt shit out of sand. Like we used to build sand castles. So we're like people doing that shit with the snow too. Like, look at the snowman. It's a snow bunny. Look, I made a snow otter. Look, it's a snow zebra. And someone's like, what the fuck is a zebra? I don't know. You know, I mean, I just imagine. Like, I'm just curious. So I like want to go back in time. Not to like find out like, well, oh my god, no, or like, oh, remember, I want to go back in time when this happened. I'm like, I want to go back in time and just see what people did in the fucking snow. Like I would just literally want to sit there and be like, okay, peep out the window of the TARDIS and be like, okay, wait, yeah, see. Look, they were building snowmen back in the day, and like keep going back until like the first snowman was built, and be like, haha, recorded history of the first snowman. Just want to know, like, when was it that people were like, let's play in this shit? Sounds like fun. Right? Like, it's kind of funny if you think about it. Like, you look at animals when they play, and you're like, oh my god, that's so cute! They're so simple-minded! They're, like, playing with shit. And you're like, but we do that. Human beings are like, look, I'm gonna play in the snow! It's literally frozen water from the sky, and we play in it. And I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm just saying I just wonder when human beings were like, let's play in this. I'm like, it's kind of whimsical if you think about it. People playing. Human beings playing in snow. That's fucking adorable. It's shit like this that makes you go, oh, people aren't so... I mean, they're awful. People are fucking awful. But like, oh, they play in the snow. It's kind of cute. That's the only reason God hasn't killed us all. Because he's like, oh, you know what? Every time I think I would just want to wipe them out of existence, they start playing in the snow. It's so cute when they do it. They're fucking assholes and they keep shitting on the carpet. And I want to beat the fuck out of them. But when they play in the snow, it's so cute. I forgive them. I like dogs. Anyway. His eyebrows pulled down almost imperceptibly. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't know. When I was a kid, I'd make them for my dad every time it snowed. I've never heard of them. Do you not know what a fucking rabbit is? Yeah, okay, and you know what snow is, yeah, and so a snow rabbit. Then I'll make you one right now. Hold on. You don't need to trouble yourself on my account. Oh, don't worry. It'll only take me a second. As I spoke, I began to search the yard for berries and leaves to fashion its eyes and ears from. Saito didn't move and watched me silently as I trotted around in the snow. For a moment, I felt like I was a child again, walking through the yard of my old home in the middle of the winter. Before long, all done! Here you go. I picked up the bunny gently and carried it to him. Oh my god, she's picking it up! Oh my god, it literally is just a ball. It's like a snowball with eyes. Guys, that's so adorable! We gave him a snow... I thought she was literally gonna, like, sculpt a bunny out of snow, you know? Like a snowman, but smaller. I see. This is a snow bunny. Look, we're all happy, and he's like, this is fucking weird, but he loves it. He's like, I do not know how to deal with this adorableness. He stared at the thing in my hands. Yes, isn't it cute? Here, I made it for you. Oh my god, we're fucking adorable. For me? What do you mean for me to do with it? He was visibly confused, which for Saito was saying a lot. Oh, you don't like it? I swallowed and started to step back, but No. He was silent for a moment, then... Your hands are cold. When you return to your room, make sure to warm them. He's looking at us lovingly. Oh my god, look at the face. Oh god, guys. Oh, until he spoke, I hadn't realized that our hands were touching. I blushed. Oh my god, this is so romantic. I love this so much. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna faint. His long, slender fingers were cupped around my hands. Even through the stinging cold of the snow, I could feel a faint warmth from them. Is something wrong? Your cheeks are red. Do you have frostbite? Men are dumb. No, that's not it. With his deep blue eyes looking into mine, I felt very shy suddenly and rushed to pull my hands away. We should return. If you were to catch ill, Hijikata would be displeased with me. Oh, right! He looked down at the snow bunny I had unceremoniously deposited in his hands when I withdrew and smiled. That is so fucking cute! I am pleased to receive your snow bunny. Unfortunately, I fear it will melt soon. There was a hint of kindness in his normally flat tone. He inclined his head to me, then turned and walked towards the main temple. As I watched him go, I could still feel the warmth of his hands on mine. It's literally like, but what do I do if I bring him inside? He's gonna melt. Can I just put him on my windowsill? Like, I'll be like, here, we'll put him here. The snow bunny remained... it is! The snow bunny remained on Saito's windowsill until the snow melted. I'm so good! I figured that. I was like, he could put it on his windowsill. Like, outside. So he could see, and it would be cold outside and it would stay. Nagakura and Heisuke saw it and laughed. Oh, who knew, they said. Saito got so excited when it snowed that he made a snow bunny. I guess he was a kid once. No, but we made it for him, and he loved it enough to put it on his... Guys! My heart is gonna melt! Still a better love story than Twilight! I don't really know if that's the actual, like... Oh my god, we're in chapter 4 already, though, guys. They said it was only 5 chapters. I don't know if it's 5 chapters and then you're in the guy's path. Because that just seems... I mean, like, I don't know. April 1867. Oh, hey! Look, Okita! Cherry blossoms have bloomed. They're magnificent. Look! The seasons changed and spring came. Kyoto was filled with the cherry blossoms, and the whole city took on a festive atmosphere. Surrounded by the gentle cheer of spring, my footsteps felt somehow lighter. It's getting warmer out, and it finally looks like a nice day. So I get that you're all giddy and stuff, but it'd be nice if you acted with a little more decency right now. I gasped and turned around to look at my surroundings. The townsmen were looking at me dubiously as I expressed my excitement over the weather. Okay, I'll be careful. Maybe I was spacing out because things had quieted down a bit. I let my guard down. Hey, Okita? Is that narrow alleyway over there? In that narrow alleyway over there, there seems to be a few Ronin that saw us and snuck away. Don't waste your energy on them. They're small potatoes. Really? If they were Imperial nationalist guys, then they wouldn't just run off like that. They'd be more confident. The guys who take off like that when we show up are almost always just small-time punks. I see. But honestly, I don't think there are any Ronin left in Kyoto with the balls to start something with us. The Shinsengumi's gotten pretty famous around Kyoto, hasn't it? That uniform stands out a lot, too. Well, could be infamous depending on who you ask. When the men wore their uniforms, people seemed to notice them at first glance, which at first probably seemed like a good thing, but their uniform had become a symbol. But there was some argument among the Shinsengumi about if they should adopt a new one. Some people, such as Ito, felt that the uniform should be changed because it wasn't fashionable. Yeah. I am so glad I gave him the voice that I did, because... I think we should change our uniforms because it's not fashionable. Like, I don't look good in this color, okay. Is Ito back from the Imperial territories yet? Yeah, I think so. Can't say I'd have minded if he just stayed out there, though. Aw, don't be like that. He went to go recruit some of his friends and acquaintances, right? That's what he says, but I gotta wonder how far he really went. I didn't hear the details, but I heard he went to more places than he originally planned. If he put in all that effort, then he must really care about the Shinsengumi, right? if that's what you think. Am I wrong? No, not really. He said it in a suggestive way. Kondo's too nice. It should just kill Ito. He should just kill Ito. You really shouldn't, Okita. How could you joke about killing one of your companions? A companion, huh? He scoffed, then fell silent. Ever since he had first arrived, Okita and the rest had never seemed to like Ito much. But when he said it aloud in public, it still surprised me. I glanced around to make sure no one had been paying attention. Oh! There in the crowd, a face I'd seen before. I stopped walking. Kaoru? The face that looked back could easily have been mine. There was no way I could ever have mistaken that face. I don't know why we didn't think it was her when, what was it, Harada came back and was like, oh, it was a girl and it looked just like you, Spacey. And it was like, it wasn't me, I was here, Jesus. I was making snow bunnies for Saito, okay, because I love him. I love him, we're gonna get married and not have babies, because Spacey doesn't want babies, of course. In this game, I mean, the time period, we're probably gonna be having a lot of babies, which is gross. I don't want that to happen, but... Oh my god, I hope there's like, I hope I am a homunculus, so there's like magic birth control so I can't have babies, because gross. In this time period, Jesus. We gave him our snow bunny and we're probably pregnant now. But like nobody thought like, that girl looked like me. Could there possibly, how many girls that look like you do you think there are running around in this town? I mean, probably a lot. Well, she had your hair and eye color. I mean, I'm gonna guess that's pretty common. I'm just saying. The face that looked back could easily have been mine. There's no way I could have ever mistaken that face. But no sooner than when I spotted her had she disappeared, melting into the crowd. Kaoru! Hey! He made a grab for my arm, but I'd already moved out of his reach. I might get in trouble for it, but if I didn't go quickly, I'd lose her. Sorry, Okita, there's something I have to do. I caught a glimpse of his confused face as I ducked into the crowd. How many times do I have to tell her not to run off without permission? Why can't she look at this from my point of view? We would do it if it was Saito. If he was like, don't run off. Okay. Good dog. I ran through the crowd as fast as I could, bobbing and weaving around the citizens going about their business, until at last I caught up to her. She was Kaoru, no mistake. What's the matter? You seem to be out of breath. Sorry, for surprising you, that is. Kaoru, do you remember me? Yes, you were with the Shinsengumi. I remember you. May I ask you something? My, what is it? I gulped. I knew I had to choose my words carefully when asking her. One of the Shinsengumi saw a girl who looked like me at the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge a while ago. Could that have been you? I don't know. I do go by Sanjo Ohashi fairly often, but if I were there, would that have been a problem? Oh, I was embarrassed for asking her what seemed to be an irrelevant question, but her eyes thinned. Perhaps what you truly wanted to ask me is whether I've been there at night, am I right? Could it be? If it was an autumn night and you got in the Shinsengumi's way, then you and I are going to need to have a little talk. I don't want to give away all the details, but it ends with your death. Oh, Okita. I didn't realize he caught up with me so quickly. Yeah, he's fucking fast and he's got long goddamn legs. Oh, you're Okita from the Shinsengumi. Thank you for helping me the other day. She bowed, but Okita didn't even seem to notice. Other day, it was like a year ago! I mean, I'm serious. These people don't know what fucking time it is. Like, we see all these dates and we're like, now it's It's like 1904 at this point. You're like, we've been here for 37 fucking years. And she's like, thanks for helping me yesterday. Girl, did you just hop out? Did you just fucking... You just hop back in your TARDIS after that happened? It was like a year ago. The other day. Who the fuck were he's like, what other day? She's like, I don't know, like 2 years ago. And he's like, oh, whatever. So, you gonna answer the question? Were you there that night? Okita wore the same half smile he always did, but his body was as tight as a bowstring, ready to have his blade in hand at a moment's notice. My death? Please don't say scary things like that. Lots of people pass by Sanjo Ohashi during the day. At night, though, I don't go near it because of the notice board stuff. I can't believe you suspect me just because my face happened to look like someone else's. She sadly looked down and I rushed to shake my head. Oh, of course, I understand. Sorry for asking something so rude. Really? I guess it really wasn't her. Naive much? It was. I bet it was. I felt embarrassed for even doubting her for a second, so I apologized like, what? Just because I look like the person who was there doesn't mean I was there. Oh. Man, you're so easy. Just like that, you're gonna believe her. Even if she was the culprit, what makes you think she would be like, oh, that's right, I did do it? Well, why did you just trust her so easily? Is it because she looks like you? Or because she's a girl? I didn't have an answer. Kaoru then took one step back. Can I go now? I have to be somewhere. Excuse me. Kaoru. She turned and ducked away, disappearing back into the crowd. Had I done the right thing, I wondered, in covering for her? I was pondering whether or not I should give chase again when I heard Okita begin to cough. Okita, are you okay? Okita! Stay back. As I stepped toward him, he threw on a hand and twisted his face upward to glare at me. I'm fine. So just stay there, okay? I'm gonna choke to death if I have to keep coughing. It was the sheer force of his personality that stopped me, not just his words. For a little while he coughed as if his lungs were gonna collapse. Eventually his coughing slowed and began to subside. His cough finally ended, and he wiped his sweat and looked up. Okita, is something wrong? Like what? I mean, why don't we find somewhere to rest? You don't look too well. Yeah, I was just tired. I mean, you did make me run all the way here. And besides, we're in the middle of a round. We have no time to rest. But, no buts. I'm fine. Now, about the girl, Kaoru. Asking her about the thing with the notice board was important. I agree with you. Notice board incident. The Shinsengumi arrested people responsible for removing the Sanjo Ohashi notice board put up by the government. But no, because of how important that is, you shouldn't have run off on your own like that. What if she had been an enemy of ours? What if she had accomplices hidden nearby? Could you have handled it alone? Well, did you even consider that possibility? That she'd planned to lure you here. There's not that many people here. No one would notice if you screamed. It's a great spot for an ambush, you know? You're right. She hadn't tried to attack me, but Okita was right. Next time I might not be so lucky. I could have easily run right into a trap. You need to be more careful, alright? I can take care of you, but without me around, you're just a useless kid. I gripped my fist and looked down. Sorry. I felt bad causing him extra stress, so I apologized, and he sighed. And I'm not the type to lecture either. Stop being so timid. You can rely on us when you need to. I've gotten pretty used to saving your ass by now. A couple more times isn't gonna mean much. He let out a snort of laughter. That night, after everyone else had gone to bed, I lay awake thinking about what had happened. I couldn't forget what Okita had said. A useless kid. He was right. Compared to the captains, no, even compared to the weakest Shinsengumi foot soldier, it was pathetic. I'd been lying there staring at the ceiling. My actions today were no doubt reckless. I mean, if this happened a little while ago, I'm sure I would have been killed, no questions asked. The fact that I got away with just a lecture shows that they're starting to trust me a little more, but I couldn't go on like this. Tomorrow I start working harder. We should ask someone to train me, but no sooner had I closed my eyes. What? There was a crash from the hallway outside my room. I rolled up and out of my bed just as the door exploded into my room. Uh-oh. Standing in the hole was one of the Shinsengumi soldiers. Is something wrong? I called out to him despite being incredibly alert and guarded, but the soldier remained quiet. Did you need something? Blood. Huh? I squinted to get a clearer picture. Just then his hair instantly turned white. Blood. I need blood. His eyes were ominously red, and he looked directly at me. He was one of the Furies. Give me blood. To top it off, he was completely mad. Just like the warrior I saw that one night in Kyoto. I had to call for help. Couldn't possibly face a deranged superhuman monster on my own. I inhaled, preparing to call for help. No, I couldn't call for help. If I did, then I could risk jeopardizing the Shinsengumi's secret about the Furies. That would spell disaster for the Shinsengumi. I had to find another way. You can't call to, like, one of them. The people who live in this compound know about them, though, don't they? The Fury, unfortunately, was not similarly encumbered by doubts. Ah! His sword hissed through the air, and I felt the metal of his blade burn into the flesh on my arm. Gah! A sharp pain seared into thought from my wound. The Fury saw my blood dripping, and his eyes became even more mad. Blood sprang from the cut. I pressed down on it desperately with my free hand, but to no avail. Thick, red liquid spilled between my fingers, fled down my arm and onto the floor. Oh, and that's our right arm, too. I don't know if she's a lefty, but... I mean, if you're righty, I can't do anything. Yes! Blood. Give me blood. The Fury became increasingly erratic, and he started licking the blood-stained sword. It began to creep toward me, his movements odd and jerky, like a massive spider. Oh no. My back slammed against the wall. I'm going to die. Just when I prepared myself for death, I suddenly remembered Okita's words from earlier that day. Stop being so timid. You can rely on us when you need to. Yes, call for them. Okita, everyone... Someone help! Blood. Blood. He was down on his hands and knees, licking my spilt blood off the floor. There was no samurai there. It seemed what little humanity had left him entirely. I used his distraction to gain a distance from him. Please, I beg to any god who might be listening, let someone come, Saito. Not enough. Not enough. He looked up from the floor. My sleeve was soaked in blood from the cut on my arm. His eyes locked onto it, and I saw them light up with animalistic hunger. His grin was a nightmarish thing. Yes, that! Give me more of your blood! He kicked the floor roughly and came charging at me. No! There was no doubt. He was going to kill me. I froze. Get down! Don't look up until I tell you to. I heard a voice from nearby, and I immediately followed the orders and ducked. Ooh. Grrr! Fury seemed to be shocked to see Hijikata coming out of nowhere. The Fury spun to attack Hijikata, but the commander's sword was faster. Ah! His twisted cry reverberated from the room's walls. Grrr! He writhed in agony, but his wound started to heal immediately. Get over here, now! Yes! As I ran to his side, I heard other footsteps pounding down the hallways. You all right, Spacey? Hey, isn't he... He's the warrior who had to drink the water of life the other day. He's too far gone. We can't let him live. Oh! All of our future boyfriendos fighting for us. Okay, Heisuke isn't my favorite, but when he gets in warrior pose like that, he's kind of cute. You're like, oh, you're a little tough. I like the little angry face. I like it. It's cute. As some unspoken signal, a chorus of blades slid from their scabbards. Shin! Sano! Don't screw this up! Who the hell do you think we are, Heisuke? If a captain can't take out a simple soldier, even if he is a fury, he'd have to resign, assuming he wasn't dead. They fanned quickly, circling the wounded soldier. There was no escape. No hard feelings. Wow. 4 against 1. I mean, he is stronger than anybody, so I can't blame them for being 4, but it's like kind of fun. Ah! The captains all attacked at once, and the Fury was killed almost instantly. The excitement was over. Or so I thought. But it hadn't been only the captains who'd heard me cry for help. Uh-oh. Ito? Yeah. Ugh. Who's causing such a ruckus at this hour of night? Why is he living there, though? Ito! Ito rubbed his still sleepy eyes, stepped into the room, and froze. What's going on here? Damn it. I've seen that soldier before. I thought he was sentenced to death the other day for breaking the code. The code. Shinsengumi regulations that were to be strictly obeyed. And look at all this blood. Are you guys responsible for this? Ito, it's not like that. This is... What is it not like? Why have our captains cut down one of their own men? He was attacking... Explain this at once. What happened here? Ito was fuming and screaming. My apologies. My apologies. My lack of discipline is at fault here. Seeing Sana, Ito's eyes grew wide. Sanan? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead. The captains fell silent. Eventually... I guess we can't keep it a secret any longer. Yukimura, you step out. You can use my room for the night. Oh, can we sleep in bed with you? I know me being here won't do anything, but I wonder if they'll be alright. Would they be able to explain the situation enough to Ito so that he won't freak out? There's so much to worry about, but Hijikata looked at me sternly. Did you not hear me? I said get out. Okay. Look, I just got attacked and I'm bleeding! He's like, get the fuck out. Okay. I was worried, but I knew there was nothing else I could do, so I left the room. Where's Saito? Come and take care of me. Huh? Is it morning already? Birds chirping woke me up. My bird gives no fucks for the bird noises right now. He's like, bitch, I'm eating. I shot up, thrown off initially because the ceiling was unfamiliar to me. Really? Because it just looked like the same wood panel ceiling. Look at the pretty flowers on the door. Ooh, I really like the built-in shelf thing going on over there. That's like really cool. Like I can put on, like, and he's got like, look, I got my pottery up. I got a pretty plate and like a bong and like a teapot. I know it's a vase for him to put his beautiful flowers in. We should just put a flower in there, like a fucking daisy or something. I remember that Hijikata told me to stay in his room for the night. And at the same time, the events of last night were beginning to flood into my mind. Like, his room is nicer than ours. But also, I mean, he's like the commander, so I get it. The warrior who'd gone mad. The pain of the blade slicing my arm. I touched my right arm, wrapped in bandages. I couldn't feel a throbbing pain anymore, so I took off my bandage to see my injury. Who bandaged our arm? Of course it's healed. What had been an ugly, opened wound the night before was now little more than a faint white line. In a few days, even that would be gone. I wouldn't need any bandages anymore, but... Well, I guess it's good that the wound is gone, but if anyone sees this... I wrap myself back up again. It'll be inconvenient to wear, but... I'm gonna pretend to still have this injury. I wonder what everyone is doing. I've decided to head to the common room to see what's going on. Oh, you. Ito, Miki, and Saito and Heisuke. What are you guys doing so early in the morning? Well, considering what happened last night, I'm not a heavy enough sleeper to have the kind of beauty sleep I needed with that noise. He's such a goddamn drama queen. You were injured, right, Yukimura? How's your injured arm doing? Well, it's not that bad. Is that so? Well, I'm glad. Huh? His mood was almost the polar opposite of the previous night. He seemed now to be in rather high spirits. Ito? Has something happened? Oh, would you like to know? Yes? I won't tell you, but I suppose you might have an idea, though. Isn't that right, Toto? Saito? What? I cocked an eyebrow at... I'm sorry, I said that... I was like, what? I said that way too quietly. What? I cocked an eyebrow at Heisuke and Saito. Yeah, I guess. The moment our eyes met, he looked away. That seemed odd. Saito? You have no need for this information just now. Unlike his companion, Saito met my gaze straight on, but his eyes were flat and utterly devoid of any emotion. It was as if he put up a wall. Are they kicking me out? Wait a minute. Oh my god, wait, what? What the hell? It's a little cold to you, having that pass for a goodbye, isn't it? Or did you want to get out of here as soon as possible or something? Get out of here? Saburo, watch your mouth. We'll be on our way now. Good day, Yukimura. Goodbye, Yukimura. Later. And then they were gone, leaving me wondering just what had happened.
Oh, hey, Yukimura. Are you sure it's alright for you to be up and about already?
I'm fine. I slept really well and I feel a lot better. And my wound doesn't seem to be as deep as it looked.
That's great. I'm sorry about what happened to you, though.
It's alright. Anyways, I ran into Ito on my way here. He was acting very peculiar. Did something happen? Don't take my baby away from me. You're taking Hajime away from me. Don't take him away. I can't. Guys, we're getting so close to our love fest with him. Don't take him away! Inoue and Shimada looked at one another, both wearing troubled expressions.
Ah, so you saw them, eh? Both Ito and Miki were behaving...
Oh, that's me. Both Ito and Miki were behaving rather strangely, and Heisuke and Saito were acting kind of strangely too. I was starting to feel concerned, looking at the two of them for an answer. After some thought, Shimada opened up.
Yeah. Ito and some others are leaving.
What? Leave? Well, why is Saito leaving? And Heisuke... Why are they leaving, though? Why are they leaving? I'm fine with Ito and the other dude leaving, but why are they taking our boys with them? What the fuck? No game. You don't get to do this to me.
They're going to form a new group, different from the Shinsengumi.
Is that okay?
He had a meeting this morning with the chief and Commander Hijikata. Guardians of the Imperial Tomb?
Guardians of the Imperial Tomb, an organization that guarded the Emperor's tomb. It was formed by Kashitaro Ito after his departure from the Shinsengumi. Yes. I intend to take some of my comrades and leave. We'll be appointed official guardians of the Imperial Mausoleum. Parted ways with the Shinsengumi due to philosophical differences, prompting him to found the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. I have been considering such a move for some time now. But after last night's excitement, I don't think it'd work out anymore. I knew when I joined the Shinsengumi that my imperialism might not be welcome, but I thought we could work past that. I see now that I was mistaken.
Just spit it out, Ito.
Basically,
you want to split up the Shinsengumi.
Who's the one that's been deceiving me for the past 3 years?
If you insist, then I'll do as you ask. You must remember, however, that last night's incident is a result of orders from the Shogunate. We cannot allow you to reveal this secret.
Then I propose a deal. Oh no, he took my boyfriend with him! Allow me to depart, peacefully that is. And in turn, I will remain silent. I also wish to bring several of your men with me.
Very well. But anyone you wish to take must agree to leave.
Why did he leave me? Of course. I will naturally maintain the fiction that we intend to continue to cooperate with one another. A stance that will no doubt benefit both of us.
Cooperation. Fine. Toshi, what do you think? It's your decision, not mine.
But he took my baby with him. Then Heisuke and Saito... I'd be sad if we were dating Heisuke, but I'm sadder that he took my boyfriend with him. Why did you take my boyfriend? Heisuke, Toto. No, Toto! No, Toto, no! The evil witch took Toto! Guys! Oh my god! He left the Shinsengumi with Kashitaro Ito to join the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. Left the Shinsengumi along with... I can't read you know, it says the same damn thing.
Yes, they're leaving with Ito. I confess, I'm rather surprised. I mean, I understand Heisuke since he's known Ito for some time, but I was not expecting it from Saito.
No. Then, would that mean I could never see them again? Don't worry. Remember what I said? We're gonna keep relations amicable between our two organizations. Kondo, I'm gonna cry, guys. We spent all this time working on our relationship and they took him away. And he was just like, and he just left. He was like, yeah, you don't need to know right now, and walked away. He looked me in the eyes, he was like, you don't need to know right now. And he just flitted away like a butterfly. We'll always have snow bunnies. So what you're saying is, do you want to build a snowman? Spacey sobs quietly into the spring air as he drifts further and further away from me. We're almost at the end of this part, and I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna cry. So I can't. No, I know. Obviously, we're gonna continue the romance, but like, it hurts so much. It was kind of him to try and comfort me, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible was going to befall the Shinsengumi and its members.
You aren't going to let the men interact with the guard, though, right?
The Guard, shorthand for the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb, who were founded by Ito after leaving the Shinsengumi. Of course not. He gets to leave, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna let him get away with whatever he wants. But is this really okay? Ito and the others leaving, I mean... Ito and his men leaving isn't a problem. Although, I was a little surprised that Heisuke and Saito decided to go with that snake. I would say it was more than a little. But I guess all this comes from our own faults, and our inability to keep them happy. But I was here. I mean, Heisuke, I have no idea why you left. But like, Saito, why did you leave? Don't I make you happy? I made you a snow bunny! I am a failure as a woman pretending to be a boy. That has been spent, like, 3 fucking years with them. And I can't even, I know that I'm really slow at the romance thing. I'm really like at 50% with him. And we spent 3 years working up to this point, but I thought we'd have like another decade to get the full thing, but now we can't anymore, guys. I know we're over on time, but from there, the conversation moved to a discussion of politics that was beyond my ability to follow. And what could I have said anyway? The decision had been made, and there was nothing I could have said to change it. I got up quietly and left the common room. I never thought something like this could happen. I looked up to the sky, watching the clouds form in streaks above me, and lowered my gaze. It seemed like just yesterday that we were all living our normal lives at the compounds. Then all of a sudden, we've arrived at today, helpless as our troops split amongst themselves. I couldn't wrap my head around it. However, even with all of my confusion, I was especially worried about... I really wish they had said Heisuke or Saito. I wish they had done it. I'm really worried about Saito, you motherfucker. I don't care about the guard or the soldiers. I mean, okay. I care about Saito. I care about him right now. That's all I care about. Fuck everybody else. Oh my god. I'm especially worried about, well, the guard is that. I would say the soldiers, because that's like our peeps, right? What about the feelings of those who were being left behind? I wanted to know how the people in the Shinsengumi felt about Ito and his followers leaving. I decided to ask someone who knows Ito, someone close to the people who were leaving. Perhaps it would be best for me to talk to someone who was close to Heisuke and Saito. I'd only known them since I'd come to Kyoto, and their departure was making me miserable. The rest of the Shinsengumi had known them for much longer. How were those closest to them feeling? Aha! Alright, I'm going to wrap this part up here before we finish this part, before talking to them. And I'm going to go cry for about an hour, and I might drink some vodka, because I can't handle this, and I'm going to record another part after this. But, like, I'm going to cry. I'm going to motherfucking cry. Like, I think I need to get a drink. I think I'm going to get a margarita, so that we can do this part, because I think it's the only way I'm going to be able to handle this. I can't. I know, theoretically, everything's going to be fine, and we're still going to romance him, and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to find a way to be together. But it makes me so fucking sad that he just left without saying goodbye and professing his love to me. Why did he just leave? Heisuke was like, yeah, okay, bye. And, like, but I was not prepared for this. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.